All right, what's going on, guys? It's Luke here. I'm going to run through a quick trade recap. We had one break even today, and then we had one winning trade. Here are the executions. You can see the break even and then the winning trade. Alpha Futures, 25% off, guys. Code LukeX. I think top one is running 50% off on the Elite Dailies, and then best discount also at Funded Next. So make sure you go check those out. Links are all in the pinned comment, but let's get right into this. So coming into the day today, I was neutral bias. The reason I wanted longs was because we were delivering out of this 4 hour gap. And the reason I would potentially want shorts is because we had previous day low and an unfilled daily below. And if you looked on the higher time frame on the hourly, we were just clearly trending bearish. But obviously we had swept out a ton of sell side. Overnight, we just trended lower. So basically, I was looking at one of two scenarios. Coming into market open, we had a 30-minute gap right here. I kind of wanted to see price tap into that, look for shorts, or if we trade through it, we look for longs. So market initially opens up and we come down and we tap into this 15-minute gap. So if you notice here, we had this 15-minute first presented gap. So we tap into that. And again, I'm using this as a condition. If you respect it, we can look for longs, maybe up to that 30-minute gap. And if we trade through it, we can look for shorts. So market opens up, we initially move down into it. And at this point, I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can get a Judas swing play, because what do I notice here? What I see here is that 928, 929, 930, 930 opens up, fails to take those highs out right there, right there. And then we generate more buy side. So I wanted to see all of this get run. You can see we just generate liquidity, generate liquidity, generate liquidity, and then we move down. So I was like, okay, if we get like an inverse to the upside, nice displacement, I'm 100% down to long, because I think we're going to come into this gap. But again, we just don't get good delivery. You could see we just start wicking, and it just, I don't know, we didn't get any delivery. Then at the same time, we form a 5-minute bearish gap. ES was rejecting off it. So I just was like, I just decided to fade it. Obviously, we do end up delivering higher, but it was just a case of I just didn't see an entry I wanted. I just seen slow delivery, and that's not something ideal. I want a quick V shape. I want displacement and something to show me an aggressive, that price wants to push aggressively. So I didn't get any entries up here, but my idea was correct. Anyway, from there, price comes up, and as you can see, 10 a.m. opens up right here, and now this has now become a 1 hour bearish gap. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, okay, if we trade into this, then I want to maybe see this low resistance sell side get run, or if we trade through it, then we can see price continue higher. So it was kind of one of those two scenarios. So as you can see right here, 10 a.m. opens up and we manipulate higher into this 1 hour gap. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, 10 a.m. is manipulated higher. Maybe we get an open high, low close, and we run the sell side just for a quick 1-to-1, because at this point I'm looking at PA and I'm just seeing how bad it is. And I'm just like, maybe I could just catch a quick flush lower. At the same time, ES has came up now and swept out Asia. So we have a massive bearish SMT. ES has came up, swept out Asia. NQ has not swept out Asia, but it's delivering off a 1 hour gap. And in the higher time frame on the daily, we also had a bearish SMT off of those, I think it was June 23rd highs. So okay, we have a higher time frame bearish SMT. You could see ES has came up, swept out Asia. NQ is all the way down here, but both of them have reason to potentially want to distribute lower. Why? Both of them have low resistance liquidity to target. ES has just swept out a higher time frame drawn liquidity, again Asia high, and NQ is delivering now off of a 1 hour bearish gap. So they both have potential reason to want to at least move lower in the short term if we get confirmation. So first entry I'm taking, again, we come into this gap first. We also, one thing to note is 10 a.m. had news. So we sweep this 10 a.m. data wick. We get another sweep right here. We sweep out all of this buy side within that gap. And we get this strong 1-minute inversion to the downside right here. Let me show you guys really quick. We get a 1-minute inversion there. So this was my first entry, which got break even. Let me just pull it up. I'll show you exactly right here. So all I was looking for literally was the 1-to-1. I kept my stop at the high. I'm literally looking for this internal low right here. That was it. So this right here was my break even, because I'm thinking at this point, price should just flush past this, okay? If we're wrong, or if we get down to here, we should just flush past this. And if we don't, then we're probably wrong. So price ends up coming down pretty quickly. And as you can see, we take the break even point. We're bearish. I'm like, okay, we're going to hit TP 100%. And as you can see, I didn't even get a chance to close it early, because I think we got within what, 44. So yeah, it was like 7 points or 6 points, whatever. And as you can see, we get break even done that. It is what it is. It was a bit annoying. But yeah, I was just going for the one-to-one. There was nothing I really could have done there. But again, we come into this 1 hour gap, higher time frame bearish SMT, 1 minute inversion with nice displacement. We also get a CISD. I think the 2 minute also closed at the same time. Oh no, maybe it didn't. But again, break even at this low rate here. And as you can see, break even, it is what it is. There's really nothing you can do on that. I do think it was a solid trade. From there, I was still like, what I noticed at this point now is we just left more sell side. We failed to take out this low. So what am I looking at this? I'm not looking at this like for a price to go higher from here. I'm looking at this as generated sell side. I'm looking for a price to run through this low, this low, this low, this low. I want to see this just all get flushed. So we get this retrace back to the upside, and we end up inversing another 1 minute gap right here. And let me show you the reason why I wanted to take this, because now we get another SMT, which adds even more confidence to me to take this trade. So as you can see right here, obviously we have more generated sell side. We now come up, we retrace, and we get another 1 minute inversion. But the reason I like this is because now we have a bearish SMT on the lower time frame. You can see NQ puts in a lower low compared to ES. Not yet. It does after. Yeah, right here. ES puts in a higher low. So it was after I entered the trade, but I was still confident in this anyway. Like I saw this. Keep in mind, I saw this. I kept my stop protected at the high. I'm like, okay, if we get manipulated above here, then we're completely wrong. But if our stop's protected and we continue to hold this 1 hour gap for price to push lower, then we're good. So yeah, the SMT didn't come till later. I made that mistake. But yeah, you can see we get in this trade here. We get nice displacement. We get a nice 1 minute inversion. We have generated sell side below. We're delivering off a 1 hour gap with a higher time frame bearish SMT. I want to see this just flush. I'm literally just looking for 1-to-1. That's literally it. I'm looking to go break even around here and then price to flush down to around these lows right here. So obviously price comes up, but again, I have my stop loss protected because it's at this high. If price comes above this high, then our idea is pretty much invalid. We're probably at that point going to see a resweep and then a move lower. So we were just a little bit early. But at this point, as you can see, ES ends up taking out those highs. And this gives me even more confidence to stay in this trade. Now, I don't know if there would have been another entry here unless, was there a 30-second or something? I don't know, but we sit in chop for a little while on this trade. And then it finally starts to deliver right here. We end up getting this flush down. I go break even after we start pushing, like right around here. I went break even, and again, just the 1-to-1. That was it. And as you can see, after we do actually end up moving lower. We'll see what happens from here. But again, I was just looking for the 1-to-1. So again, pretty simple. Market opens up. We initially get a move down into the 15. From there, I wanted to see longs, just didn't get an entry. From there, 10 a.m. manipulates up into this 1 hour. We have a higher time frame bearish SMT because again, ES took out Asia. NQs take in a 1 hour gap. So they both have reason to potentially distribute lower and take out this low resistance sell side. Entry number one was at 10:14. We take the 1 minute displacement candle, 1 minute inversion right there, break even, pulls back. We get another 1 minute inversion right here. We keep our stop protected at the high. Again, we do get an SMT later on, but it still holds for us, thankfully. From there, we go break even at these lows right here, and then we just target 1-to-1. And thankfully, that plays out for us. Again, not a great setup, but it was more so conviction. We're delivering off a 1 hour gap. We have a higher time frame bearish SMT, and we have low resistance generated liquidity. Like again, this low comes down, fails to take this low. So I'm looking at this as like generated trend line liquidity that I want to see get run. So that's it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. We'll be back at it tomorrow to finish off the week because Friday is a bank holiday. So hopefully we get some cleaned up PA next week. Probably tomorrow. I don't think it'll be the greatest, but anyway, we'll see. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.